Let's get Siddhartha Khemka, the head retail research at Motilal Oswal Financial Services. He joins us now to give us his views on all that's been happening in the market so far. Siddhartha, hi, good morning. I wanted your thoughts first up on the defense sector, because yesterday, actually in the last couple of days, buying has once again resumed in a lot of the defense names, and the delivery-based buying has also picked up, so large chunks coming in. Is there still more scope here despite the rally that we've seen? And if yes, which are the stocks that you like?
Yeah, very good morning, Sonia. So I think defense is a multi-year, or you can say a decadal kind of opportunity, at least for the Indian markets. We have seen that after a very long time, the opportunity has really opened up not only for the government-owned defense PSUs, but also for a lot of private players. So while the ramp up in the defense ordering has been pretty sharp, the order execution delivery has also happened, and the government has taken indigenization at a very serious note. The list continues to keep growing every time the government comes up with an additional list. The offset clause, which was initially set up to help the Indian defense companies, is now being followed up by a list which goes on, or the government keeps adding to the list. So I think, yes, definitely from a short-term perspective, after the sharp run-up, maybe one would need to look at the valuations for some of these stocks. We saw last year some of the shipbuilding companies giving phenomenal returns from their low levels. So example, Mazagon, which was again up yesterday. But as I said, yes, short-term valuations need to be taken care of. The fundamentals need to be needs to be seen. But there seems to be a very good long-term growth opportunity in the Indian defense space. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of coverage right now in the defense space, but some of the private players that we cover, so for example, L&T, which is doing a lot of activity in the defense. Bharat Forge has done a lot of activity in the defense space. They have got orders from the Indian defense. They have also got orders from the US to provide guns, which is a big step for them. And some of the auto players are providing some of the defense orders.
Hi, Siddharth. Good morning. Siddharth, we're heading into monsoon, and hopefully it's a good one. For the good of the nation, for the good of the economy, and just for good of all of us. It's so hot. Sid, I believe that you all have come out with a few stocks that you all believe could be the monsoon/rural consumption theme. Could you run us through a few of those names? A couple of pipe makers, agricultural plays as well?
Yeah. Very good morning, Nigel. I think, yes, the monsoon has a bit delayed, but nonetheless, I think this year, IMD has forecasted that monsoon would be normal. So 96% of long period average, which is pretty good, considering that this year could be impacted by El Nino. And we are seeing some delay. So monsoon is yet to arrive at Kerala. We will see some. We have already started seeing some pre-monsoon showers. There is an expectation of a cyclonic rain pressure in Maharashtra as well in the coming days. But overall, I think the onset of monsoon should be good for agriculture and very important for the rural sector, where we are seeing the demand is yet to pick up. So sectors which are linked to rural, for example, agrochemicals, fertilizers, rural consumption stocks, that should do well. So what we have done is we want to play, for the next few months to play this theme, we've created a basket of monsoon stocks. So first is Phenolics Pipes, which is mainly into the agricultural pipes. We believe that companies should benefit with the agri sector doing well. M&M Finance is the second stock in that basket, where we believe the company is doing well with the tractors, financing doing well. Coromandel, Bata India, and Tata Consumer are the other three stocks in the basket.
Okay, all right. I want your thoughts on KEC International, if you track that one, Siddharth. I'll give you some time to mull over it because we have the management joining in as well. But Siddhartha Khemka is still with us, so let's get a couple of views in from him. Siddharth, the stock of the month has been Apollo Hospitals. It's almost an 8% rally, and the management is very confident of funding coming through in Apollo 24/7 and an improvement in the business as well. At this price of almost 5,000 rupees, is the risk reward still favorable for an investor?
Yeah, so I think what has happened is that a lot of their sub-segments have started doing well. The core, the healthcare segment, there we are seeing a good improvement in terms of margins and as well as occupancy. But some of the other segments like Apollo 27, there has been a buzz about how the company wants to unlock value there, raising funds, which is kind of triggering some interest in the stock. Overall, I think we have been positive on Apollo Hospitals. We continue to remain with a buy rating, and our target price is about 5,450, which still gives about 10% headroom from current level. So I think risk reward is still favorable. We could see still about 10 to 15% upside from current levels. But given that there are not many opportunities in the large cap space to cater to that healthcare segment, we have some of them in the mid cap, small cap space, but they are again niche sub segments to play. I think Apollo is one of the best company to play the entire healthcare space in India.
Okay, all right. Sid, just stay with us.
Siddharth is still with us. Siddharth, hi, morning. Autos, I just want to get a quick sense from you. Mahindra did very well yesterday once again. We've spoken with the M&M management, different heads there across businesses over the last 2 weeks or so, sounding very confident, super confident about the UV side of things. So just wanted your thoughts. Mahindra.
Yeah. So Prashant, I think if you look at the overall auto space, they have been performing well after a very long time. So if you look at last few years, they have been struggling with the supply side issues because of the semiconductor issue. Then the raw material prices hit up, and then eventually some of the demand, consumption demand was kind of slow. But that has been now improving over the last few quarters. The semiconductor supply has improved, raw material prices have come down. And to top it all, most of these companies, be it Mahindra, Tata Motors, they have launched a lot of new refreshed products which have helped improve demand for their segments. Now, coming back to M&M, I think their core segment, the tractors, we see a good recovery in the tractor demand this year. The UV side, they have been pretty strong with some of their new launches doing pretty well. And overall, as I said, the space looks very exciting to us. We continue to remain positive on Mahindra with a buy rating and a target price of 1,500.
Okay, Siddharth, thanks so much for stopping by and filling us in with your call on a whole host of stocks.